Hey guys, I'm back again with some more Halloween Horror Nights updates. So let's get into it. So come on and join me. Once again, we are going to go over all the Halloween Horror Nights construction updates that have seemingly popped up around the park overnight. There's a lot to get into, so we're going to talk about these and exactly which scare zone they're in and what it looks like. So let's start with Vamp 69, which is in the New York section. And this one is going to be really cool because it is like a concert that you are attending, and vampires have obviously broken loose at this concert or whatever. But let's take a look at a couple of the pictures here that we found online. And once again, all credit is given down below on these photos. So since I can't actually be there right now, but let's take a look at this first one. We have a bus that's set up in the New York section, which is pretty cool. It's like a hippie kind of vibe. Obviously in 69, it was that era or whatever. And this was pretty cool. You can see the different angles here of the bus, which is really awesome. And also there's some motorcycles set up, so it looks like Hell's Angels may be arriving at the event, which is going to be really cool. I cannot wait for that. Like, that's just so neat how they're setting all this up to make it feel like a real concert vibe. So that is pretty amazing in my opinion. I think those are really cool, and I cannot wait to see what exactly the whole scare zone looks like when it's finished. Now moving right along, let's go back to the front of the park. We probably should have started here, but in the last video we talked about how there is a actual truss that's set up in the middle right as you're walking into Production Central and inside of the park. Usually this provides the Halloween Horror Nights logo with the trusses there, but something interesting has been added to this. There has been a platform added to this truss, which is really cool. So I'm assuming that there's going to be performers up there dancing or whatever, or someone suggested online that it could be where Dr. Oddfellow welcomes you into the park, which would be cool too. So not really a huge update on that. They have added some lights on here too, as you can see, but not a lot there. So I'm interested to see what they're going to add as we continue on. Like if there's enough room to add on extra set pieces. I'm sure that they'll do it because this scare zone is supposed to be the Carnival of Curiosities section, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm not really entirely sure what they're going to do here, but I think overall it's going to be really cool whatever they do. So walking from over there, let's step over to our right as we walk down Hollywood Boulevard. This is going to be Dark Zodiac. Now you can see here in these images that we have some metal pieces that kind of form different things. So this first one here, you can see the archer that's kind of pulling the bow and arrow back, and it looks almost like it's a cauldron kind of type thing. I'm not really sure what that is, but it does look really cool. And there's like a little podium or pillar behind that section there too. So obviously this is going to be where scare actors are going to stand and perform. And these are some of my favorite pieces actually during Halloween Horror Nights, are these little platforms where you can go up and see the scare actor and they'll do something like crazy or, you know, try to scare you and get you like we hadn't happened to us last year. But that is just fun, and I think those are like really awesome. And then also over to the right, over there, right in front of the tribute store, there's like this scorpion type of structure, like metal structure there, which looks really cool. That is awesome. I love the look of it though, because it's just different, it's unique. And so I'm not really sure exactly what they're going to be doing here. Obviously the Zodiac signs, this is where this is leading towards. So they're probably going to add more. There's just like 2 or 3 pieces right now that are set up. But as time goes on, they're going to add more to the street. And with the tribute store being right there with foot traffic and stuff like that, I'm sure that it's, you know, eventually going to just, once the tribute store is closed, they'll move more into that section there. So we're going to head on over to the Central Park area, but before we get there, we do have an update for you. So last year there was a bar area set up at Cafe La Bamba, Well, this year it looks like it is returning. As you can see here in the pictures here, this is awesome. This was one of my favorite pieces last year, and they had some really good tacos there. I forget exactly what they were, but this was so awesome last year. It was one of my favorite pieces from Halloween Horror Nights, and I'm glad to see that this bar is returning. So sometimes during the years they have pieces that will return. Like if you guys remember over on the bridge from Simpsons over to London, they have the Chucky piece that's always set up there. Now this year, I'm sure they'll do something different. We'll have to see. But as of right now, they just have this one piece that is exactly the same as last year. So with that being said, I think it still looks really cool. It's really good. And I love it. It just looks good in the pictures. It's just amazing. So I love those, and I think they're done really well. And just how they build up that section just looks so awesome. Now, on to Central Park. This is the one we were talking about, Jungle of Doom. I don't know if I still like that name or not, but it is what it is. So let's take a look here. There's some more pieces added, and they have added a plane, a universal plane to the scare zone, which is really cool. I think is awesome. Somebody was joking around and said, what is this going to be, a lost scare zone from, the early 2000s? But on the side of the plane, it says Universal on there. So obviously, it's not lost, but this was just fun to have fun with it, And the thing is like, this is really cool. So this is obviously going to be something that someone has crashed. There's been all kinds of craziness going on there. The creatures and people are demented because of Dr. Oddfellow, and so it's all going to tie in, which is just really amazing. That is one of my favorite things so far that I've seen on this scare zone area, which is the last thing we're going to cover as far as scare zones today. But it's just kind of one of those things where like I'm always hoping that this scare zone will be my favorite. And then last year, it was not my favorite. I did like it, but it was Scarecrow last year, and the year before that was Gorewood Forest. I really liked Gorewood Forest, but this year with Jungle, I'm really hoping it'll be my favorite. Because really, honestly, the Scare Zone area itself is a really cool area to walk through, which is pretty awesome. But we'll have to wait and see. One more thing I want to talk about before we get out of here is that it looks like it has been confirmed that Scare Actor Dining will not return this year. Unfortunately, I think what they're doing here, instead of offering the Scare Actor Dining, is they're offering you some options to try food early, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, nobody knows the menu and stuff like that, so we'll have to see. I think part of the fun about Halloween Horror Nights is waiting for the menu to drop, and so I'm not sure how this will do this year, especially at the $150 price point. It's kind of sad that Scare Actor Dining isn't coming back because it felt like it was so popular last year. We were not able to attend because when we were supposed to, the hurricane happened and we were not able to attend at that time. But I would have liked to have seen it and it got to experience that. But unfortunately, it looks like this is not going to return. So we'll have to see. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention, is there's a rumor going around that David S. Pumpkins from Saturday Night Live is going to show up at Halloween Horror Nights this year. Now, it's just a rumor. Nobody knows exactly what is going to happen here with him, but he could be part of the Nightmare Fuel show, as he was the Bill and Ted show before, and some people were saying, well, just bring it back if you're going to bring him back. But this is just a little treat that they're going to add in. I don't think it's going to be anything elaborate. I just think it'll be part of the show, probably, most likely. That makes the most sense to me. One more thing is, if I can find the picture, I did see someone online yesterday talk about the Red Coconut Club changing into the Dead Coconut Club. Lights have started to go up around there in City Walk, so that looks really good. Dead Coconut Club last year was one of the coolest things that had ever happened to that area, and it was really cool how they themed it. And so it looks like it's coming back. Actually, they've kind of confirmed that it's coming back. So I'm excited about it. I'm so excited, and there's just so much to do. Guys, remember, coming up on August 30th is the pass holder preview of the Tribute Store. So team members and pass holders will get to go on August 30th into the Tribute Store and Lord willing, we will be there. So we will be back in Orlando permanently until we will be back there August 23rd or 24th. We will be back. We'll be back in time to experience pass holder nights. We did actually get a spot on the pass holder nights, and I know a lot of people did not get one, but we're going to be there to document it, show you guys what we think of it. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for sticking around during all these weird update videos. I know that they're better inside the park, but I'm still having fun making these and being able to be a part of everything's going on without me actually being there. So anyway, it's actually a lot cooler in here than it would be out there. So anyway, I've enjoyed these, and I hope you guys enjoy them too. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, hit that like button and the notification bell so you know when our next video is coming out. And remember, the road goes ever on. I'll see you next time.